Okay, 6.2, writing and solving proportions. Our goal is to write and solve proportions. A proportion is an equation that states that two ratios are equivalent. I think of it as equivalent fractions. Here are some examples. If I'm going to solve this proportion, I know that 5 times 4 is equal to 20. So if I take the 3 times 4, I find out that x is equal to 12. B, since 9 times 3 is equal to 27, then 2 times 3 will be equal to x. So x is equal to 6. C, 6 times 6 is 36. So 5 times 6 is equal to x. And that means that x is equal to 30. D, we're going to go backwards. 5 times 3 is equal to 15. So 2 times 3 is equal to x. And x is equal to 6. E, 7 times 4 is equal to 28. So 3 times 4 is equal to x. X is equal to 12. F, 11 times 5 is equal to 55. So 8 times 5 is equal to x. And x is equal to 40. G, we're going to go backwards on G and do division because I have to divide 56 to get to 8. 56 divided by 7 will get me 8. So 49 divided by 7 gets me x. X is equal to 7. And finally, 3 times 2 is equal to 6. So 14 times 2 is equal to x. X is equal to 28. We can also apply this to word problems. Anytime we have a ratio in a word problem, we can use a proportion. This word problem is the sap of maple trees is used to make maple syrup. It takes 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of maple syrup. Write and solve a proportion to find the number of gallons of maple syrup that can be made. Since I'm going to use the ratio of sap to syrup. 40 gallons of sap will get me 1 gallon of syrup. And that is equal to, since we have 1,520 gallons of sap, I want to put that on the top because that's where our sap goes. And the syrup, what we don't know, will go on the bottom. Now, I don't know what number times 40 is going to give me 1,520. However, I do know that I can go backwards from that and divide. 1,520 divided by 40 gets me 38. So if I take 40 times 38, I get the 1,520. So if I take 1 gallon of syrup then times 38, I find out that x is equal to 38 gallons of syrup. B, how much syrup do I get from 1,360 gallons of sap? Again, I'm going to use the ratio of sap to syrup. And I know that there are 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. and that is equal to the 1,360 gallons of sap over we do not know how much syrup we're going to get. That's what we're trying to find out. So 40 times 34 is equal to 1,360 gallons. Again, I did that by taking 1,360 divided by 40, and we get 34. So 1 gallon times 34 would give us X. X is equal to 34 gallons of syrup. C. How many gallons of sap are needed to make 36 gallons of syrup? Okay, again, we are going to use the sap to syrup ratio. And I know that there are 40 gallons of sap to 1 gallon of syrup. However, now, since what they gave us was the 36 gallons of syrup, the syrup amount goes on the bottom. And I need to find out how many gallons of sap we use. Since 1 times 36 will get us the 36 gallons of syrup, I take 40 times 36 and find that X is equal to 1,440 gallons of sap. Your homework is page 288 to page 289, 15 through 20 all, 25 through 38 all, 43 through 50 all. Number 36 is extra credit. This will be due on Wednesday. Tuesday, during class, we will work on any questions you have from the homework, and I also have an extra practice worksheet that will be a little bit of fun for us to do during class. Please remember that if you have any questions, I will be here tomorrow morning and we can go over them then. Have a fantastic day.